Hey, what's up? It's Ben with Hagen Customs. I'm gonna do a soft-tail deuce today. It's black with some skulls and some realistic flames done in blue. So I'm gonna just shoot a video of the whole thing. I really want to start doing more videos, so I'm gonna do that and show you the process. Cut these Harley-Davidson scripts on my plotter. It's a US cutter. I think it's a MH721. They're pretty cheap. $200 some, I think. So with these, I just kind of try to imagine the bottom of the tank is a straight line and just try to get them on there like so. See, I didn't weed that out. There we go. There's one. Some people probably measure this all out. Depending on what it is, I will, but for this, I will look on. Okay. This is just black base coat. So now I'll put this in the booth and I'll start with a slightly over-reduced white for the first layer of the realistic flames. All right, my stencil here, it's been used for 20 years. I probably should buy a new one, but this one works, so whatever. Always just kind of start loose, put a little skull up here. Bottom jaw right there. Gonna try to work it all together now. Again, this is over-reduced. I take white off the shelf and then I put a little bit of binder in it. And then I mix that with whatever reducer. I do like 1-to-1 and then dump a little extra splash in there and kind of just, if it feels right, then I go with it. If I feel like I need to make it a little more reduced, I'll add a little more reducer, but you can see I'm kind of fill in. You kind of get your basic shape and then you just want to kind of fill it in. Because a lot of people do it really stencily and it ends up just not right. But if you fill it in like this, and then you put your candy blue over top of this, because this guy wants blue, then you have some thickness back there and it doesn't look so stenciled and fake. Kind of spray off the edges a little bit for the skulls. I don't try to get crazy detailed with them because I feel like if they're in the fire, they would just be wispy, I guess. A lot of people seem to like that, so that's how I've always done it. I always like to put a little on my sides here. The edges are burning a little bit. Little embers trailing off a little bit. First time I did this style, it took me like, I don't know, 8 or 9 or 10 hours or something. And I made it look pretty awful too, but you know, you just keep working at it. All right, now we'll move over here to the rear fender. You know, a lot of these rear fenders get covered up here. Like these usually have a glued on protector. I'm gonna get some meta glasses so you guys can see this way easier in the future. But I don't have them right now, so this is what you're gonna get. Kind of have it all converging kind of to the center point here. Little trails. Could maybe do a little scroll right here. Just a little one. Very wispy. Let me bring this over here. Now the first layer, you're just kind of roughing everything in. You don't have to get, you know, crazy detailed with it. Drag your hose with piece too much because you put marks in it. Again, you can see I'm just kind of filling it in here. Kind of trailing off. Put some inside here. Oops, see? Whoops. Got a little wet there. It's all right. Once you put a little more white on there, put some candy on it, you'll never even see it. What's nice about doing this style is you can make some mistakes and just cover it up in your next layers. Again, just filling it in for the first layer. I'm not running the fan so you can hear me. It's minimal overspray, but still not great. But what do you do? Alright. Some oil over here. Just blow a little bit around here. Alright. I'll go grab the tank. Alright, here's the tank. Roll it off a little bit here. And do a little skull in this area. A little bigger with this one. And then you can see this is our stencil, you just airbrush right over top of it. And then once we're all done, we can pull it off of there. Sometimes your white will, you can get a little overspray from the white, but you can tack it off if you want, or when you candy over it, you really won't see it, but I'll probably tack this off just to get more obsessive here. One thing when you're doing this over the emblem, you always want to just blow a little bit over the whole thing, because that way if you miss something, when you unmask it, you don't want black base and a black letter because you're not going to see it. So again, do the rough shape, fill it in. Sit at the top. Ooh. Let's kind of make sure you kind of get down and below. Looks like you cared when you did it. Some of this in here. This white actually, I sprayed black before in this airbrush and I didn't clean it out. I just pretty much dumped it out, put the white in. So the white's not bright white, but that's okay because it's the first layer, so it's darker. So the next layer will be pure white, and it'll show up more a little bit. So it'll be pretty ideal. All right. That's that side. Looks pretty good. I'll go to this side. My stand is a little leany. See all the paint? Oh, I guess there's not very much on that one. some of these other ones, I really should build some new stands. I've been using these since I moved out here. That's been 14 years, so probably should build some new ones. They're pretty covered in overspray, but I tend to have trouble sometimes starting on the other side. I just kind of picture like it's dancing, like it's moving. I spray it really wet, like right there. I try to blow some air on it sometimes first. I kind of move pretty fast when I do this usually. And cover that up a little bit. Not gonna do a skull on this side. I feel like if you do too many of them, it just looks, I don't know, it can get cheesy kind of. I want them to really blend in. I don't want them to be super obvious. Some guys will put, you know, skull every couple inches. I'm not into that. I don't like it as much. I think it kills the flow of what you got going on, kind of. Bunch of white in there, fill it up. All right, cool. Okay, so now these parts all have the first layer on them. And then we can put candy blue over these, and then we'll do another layer of white. All right, candy blue. Really only need one coat. You can always add more later if you want. I don't make it too dark because then it's hard to see what you've already done. That'll be good. Okay. Generally, just want to try to stay inside of what you've already done for the most part. You can overcross or get out of the line some places, that's all right, but you don't want to cover up too much of what you've already done. On this stage, I usually just kind of accentuate what I've already got for the skulls. My brush seems to be squealing. A lot of times I'll leave one of the sides a little open. Makes it feel like it's kind of made out of fire a little more. You can see how I really didn't cover up a lot of the blue. You can still see the first layer through it. That's kind of what you want. Or what I want anyway, I don't know. Everybody does it different, I guess. Just dry my airbrush on the ground, but my shoe caught it, so that's good. hits are right on that guy. Gonna have to deal with it, I guess. Do a couple little trailing things off of there. Not too crazy. Pretty good. Oop. try to get this water in here. All right, so we have our second layer of white on. Kind of looks a little better. So we'll get some blue on it now. Now we'll let this sit a little bit, dry up real good, and then we can peel off these stencils. Looks cool though, I like it.